going on, guys? I am sorry it's taken me so long to get back to you guys to show you the build video I've got for Krieg, but let's get started. I was really lucky in picking up this potential butcher, which does fire damage. It's a fire prefix and it's pretty sick. It's one of the best weapons you can use for Krieg in order to get your stacks up, and I'll show you why right here. Actually, you'll have to wait a second or two. So the beautiful thing about this gun is that it will help you get your bloodlust stacks up in a hurry, especially with an elemental type. And the fact that it constantly reloads its own clip is pretty cool too. So now that I've finally emptied my clip, it will probably get me to about almost 80 stacks, and that was with one clip. That's of course assuming you can kill something that has the ability to be caught on fire, because some stuff, especially stuff with shields, will be more resistant to fire, so keep that in mind. But that's still, that initial damage of that high fire rate for the shotgun will still get you a shit ton of bloodlust stacks. Now the double penetrating unkept herald, however, a lot of people might be crying, "Oh, it's an overpowered weapon, don't use that weapon." You know what I say to those people? I like to min-max. I understand that you don't like using the best weapons and you want to defeat stuff in your own way. That's fine for you. But I've always been a DPSer in any kind of MMO. And I've always been DPS hungry. I want to be on the top of those charts. So in order for me to do that, I'm going to try and use the best gear available. Now, the double penetrating unkept herald is very easy to get, and you can get that through the DLC for the Torque campaign with fucking explosions and all that crazy stuff. So you can just camp out one of the vendors there as long as you've got the right tokens. I think you need like 200 or 400 tokens or something along those lines. But it's very easy to get, and once you get it, you can easily just dupe it for yourself if you're going to use it for the Gunzerker, or any class really will benefit well from this weapon. And I'll show you here with Krieg, he does a fair amount of damage with it. I mean, it's not as much as if you were using the B, but you'll easily be doing about 1 million, 1.5 million damage with it, depending on critical hits. And of course, at long range, you'll see too, if I could get off this corner, there we go. It's not going to be as effective. You're going to see splits. It's all 100k damage, 100k damage. So, I mean, it's definitely better. It's like a shotgun. You want to use it up close. Up next, Captain Blades of Rapier. This weapon is a quest reward from Captain Scarlet's DLC, Pirate Booty. And it's from one of those like random mission bottles that you'll find on your way throughout the regular mission. I'll try and find the person who does the guide for it and put a link to their video. I'm not going to do a guide personally because it's already out there, but this is a must-have for Krieg. It's the highest plus percentage melee damage you will get for Krieg, and it's good for when you're not in your Buzz-Axe Rampage, and I'll show you the damage. So as you see, without it, I do 400 and 800k. But with it, I smash myself in the face, and then I do 690 and 1.3. So that's a pretty significant increase just for that weapon. Now keep in mind though that this weapon will not increase your Buzz-Axe Rampage damage because you're not using the weapon to melee when you're in that form. You're using his Buzz-Axe. But it's a good standby, especially if you want to skip using, where is it here, light the fuse, and try and use your melee while you're down, which can be very difficult, especially since without light the fuse you're not going to have that increased movement speed. So just keep that in mind. Very important weapon to have, a slagging weapon. You must always have a slagging weapon. With Krieg, not necessarily as important, but it definitely makes a huge difference when you do. I use the aggressive slagger because, well, that was the slagger that I got from killing the jackass over and over and over and over again. And eventually, when I got to level 61, I went to do it again, never got it, and I just unfortunately had to get my friend to use a weapon crafter to get it for me, because I didn't have the time anymore to keep farming and making all these vids all at the same time, so I just honestly took the easy way out. Anyways, best slagging weapon in my personal opinion because it's got a somewhat high rate of fire, and I'll show you here. As you can see, it shoots out 3 bullets at once. So definitely very good. It's got a huge clip, which you can't really tell right now because my bloodlust stacks makes it look even bigger. But I believe it's 118 rounds normally, but as you can see with the bloodlust stacks going down, my rounds are going down. But this weapon with a high rate of elemental effect chance is a beautiful slagging weapon to have. Now shields. Shields are very important. I would stick with the Rough Rider mainly because it gives you that maximum health increase. Not to mention your capacity for the shield is always 0. That means the talents that you have that utilize no health or no shield talents are always going to be active. Empty the Rage, for example. Keep in mind though, with Empty the Rage, the melee damage and shield / mag bonus damage, or sorry, the melee damage is flat, but the shield and mag bonus damage, that doesn't stack. You get 90% from one or the other. So don't bother trying to keep your weapons empty at the same time as having your shield out. It does not make a difference. But with that, I also, once in a while, hey, switch over, use the Punchy, which will increase your maximum melee damage by a heck of a lot. Now, sometimes this might bug and not give you the added roid damage, sometimes it will. So sometimes your numbers will spike really high randomly, and sometimes they won't. It's just, I don't know what it is, it's a bug with this particular shield. But what this also does, and also means, is that you're not always going to be using your Empty the Rage talent. So yes, you might be getting bonus damage when your shield is down, but when your shield starts recharging, that bonus from Empty the Rage is gone, and the bonus from the shield itself is gone. So that's why I stick with the Rough Rider. Plus, you get the extra health from the Rough Rider. And it's been mentioned in my video, as well as other people already know this for the majority of them, but I'm going to put it out there. If you're using the Rough Rider and using the ability Redeem the Soul, Rough Rider will actually prevent you from dying. It'll bring you down to about, I believe, 10 or 15k health. But basically, you can use this to save one of your friends and then instantly go into a Berserker Rage and get right back into the combat. As for the class mod I use a melee mod, and the highest I've gotten so far is 40%. And this is the only melee mod I have seen since playing Krieg. I got the legendary mod actually, and it was funny because I actually wanted to use the weapon creator to get this one, but it actually just dropped for me naturally, so that was pretty awesome. Explosive mod, you could actually use that in order to increase your Strip the Flesh damage, increase your Unkept Herald damage, and increase your Blood Explosion damage. So this, I was thinking about doing a build with this mod in mind, but I just decided to go with the Bloodlust and Blood Explosion trees and just kind of do the melee build, because the melee build is extremely fun for me, but this is definitely in mind for a possible mess around build in the future. Bird damage, you'd want to go with the Hellborn tree for that, obviously, and same with the legendary class mod, you would use that for the Hellborn tree. But, you know, it's always good to keep those extra mods around just in case you want to mess around and try a new build. The Sticky Longbow Caustic Leech. This one was one of my favorite grenades, and once I got this off of the Warrior, I knew right away it was going to go to Krieg. I was farming the Warrior with my Gunzerker, saw a legendary drop, and was like, hey, that's pretty awesome. Went running over, and I was like, wow, I've never actually seen this one before. And I purposely don't search out a lot of legendaries because I want to kind of have that surprise of, ooh, new stuff. So that to me was a huge surprise, and I really enjoyed it. And it's a very, very useful grenade for Krieg, especially if you throw it right before you go into Buzzax Rampage, so that you can get that extra healing while you're in your Buzzax Rampage and can't really do much other than mash people's faces in. So that's what I use for him, and I honestly would never go back to any other grenade. Even if this one does not do a lot of damage, it really helps on the staying alive side of things. Now, this is the relic I currently use, and it's a max health, pistol ammo, and shotgun ammo relic. I go with max health because Krieg takes a lot of damage, and it's good for him to have health relics. I would throw other stuff in there from time to time. Sometimes I'll throw melee damage in just to see how hard I can hit if I really want to get it up there. And I have managed to hit pretty freaking hard with melee damage relics. But max health has always been my favorite. I'm still trying to work on this because I want to get a max health relic around 50% max health, and hopefully with a submachine gun and a shotgun prefix for it, much like this one here, but this one's a pistol and submachine gun, and the one I'm currently using is pistol and shotgun. So I'm kind of just missing those variants I'm trying to find, and I haven't managed to find it yet, and I've actually taken a break from farming, so, you know, I have a feeling I'm never going to find it. So as you can see, 33% melee damage, or you can go for this one, which is only 1% or less than 1% less, the Might of the Sephiroth, and it'll do override cooldown as well as melee, which is not a huge deal for Krieg with this particular build because, like I said, 30% chance and lower, you're automatically going to be refreshing your cooldown anyways, but it's good to have that along the way, either way. And this was the relic I used long before I got the Blood of the Ancients because it was just a high increase in health. That's pretty much it, guys, for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was a little bit more explanatory and, you know, giving you an idea of what you want to kind of gear towards with your version of Krieg. And hope to catch you in the next video, guys. Peace.